One day, a little girl named Mandy visited the zoo for the first time with her parents, Connor and Andrea. Mandy, a 3-year-old with a deep love for animals, had always been drawn to them, whether it was her pet dog or any other living creature she encountered during walks. Her parents, recognizing her special connection with animals, were excited to take her to the zoo, certain it would be an unforgettable experience. As soon as they arrived, Mandy eagerly ran from cage to cage, her joyful shouts filling the air. Her parents struggled to keep up, but their attention was soon diverted by the roar of a lion. When they turned back, Mandy had vanished. Panic set in as Andrea screamed and frantically searched for her daughter. It was as if Mandy had disappeared into thin air. Suddenly, they noticed a group of tourists gathered near the Bengal tiger enclosure, animatedly discussing something and admiring the tigers. As they approached, they were relieved to see Mandy standing right next to the thick glass separating the visitors from the tigers. At first, Andrea didn't rush to pull Mandy away, as she was completely captivated by the scene unfolding before her. Mandy placed her hands on the glass, laughing as she walked back and forth, seemingly playing with the large striped cat. But the most incredible part was that one of the tigers seemed just as fascinated with Mandy. The tiger, whose predatory gaze had turned on the little girl, followed her every move. Unlike the usual distant behavior of predators, the tiger appeared to be playing along, observing her with a sense of curiosity rather than aggression. The tourists, equally amazed, tried to catch the tiger's attention, but it seemed to have eyes only for Mandy. When the girl stopped, pressing her hands and head tightly against the glass, the tiger mirrored her actions, leaning its furry paws against the barrier and even growling in a surprisingly friendly manner. The crowd erupted in excitement, snapping photos of this rare and touching moment. Mandy's parents, though initially nervous, allowed her to continue playing with the tiger for a while longer. After a short time, they decided to move on and enjoy some ice cream. However, they were unaware that all this time, a zookeeper had been quietly observing them. After an hour, as the family was preparing to leave, Mandy persuaded her parents to return to the tiger's enclosure. The tiger, who had been resting earlier, immediately sprang to attention when he saw Mandy. He bounded toward her, and she greeted him with the same affection, treating the mighty predator like a playful kitten. It was then that the zookeeper, Andrew, approached the family. He introduced himself and explained that the tiger's name was Koshi. Koshi had been brought to the zoo from Nepal after being injured by poachers. Due to his trauma, he had struggled to adapt to zoo life, remaining lethargic and uninterested in his surroundings. The zookeepers had almost given up hope of him ever adjusting to captivity. However, Koshi's interaction with Mandy had changed everything. Andrew explained that the connection between the tiger and the little girl was more than just curiosity or a predator's instinct. It seemed to be a bond, as if the two were communicating as friends. This unexpected friendship had revived Koshi's spirit, and he began to eat more, grow stronger, and even interact with the other tigers. Andrew invited Mandy and her parents to visit Koshi and the other animals as often as possible, offering them free entry to the zoo and treats during their visits. Over the following months, the visits became a regular part of their routine. Each time, Koshi greeted Mandy with enthusiasm, running up to the glass as soon as he saw her. Through these visits, Koshi's health and behavior continued to improve. He became stronger, more active, and more social with the other tigers. Mandy's parents were overjoyed to see how much their daughter's bond with the tiger had brought him back to life. For Mandy, the visits were a dream come true. She felt a deep connection with her furry friend, and the experience filled her with a joy that radiated every time she saw Koshi. This extraordinary story serves as a reminder of the unexpected bonds that can form between humans and animals, and how the simplest acts of kindness and connection can make a world of difference.